Gonna be answering questions for the next. We'll see how long it goes. But hey, happy 4th of July. Hope y'all doing good. Take a sip. Hey, remember, just because it's 4th of July, don't mean we can't remember our brothers and sisters who are still active duty, as well as those who paid the ultimate price. Hey, salute to them. Raise my coffee to those brothers and sisters still in active duty, veterans, as well as ones who already in Valhalla. Hey, what's Gucci? What's Gucci with it? Y'all got any VA disability questions? VA claims questions? Recently denied claims for VA disability. Hey, as y'all coming in, by all means, feel free to interrupt, ask a question. Let me answer questions for the next couple of minutes. Dawid, what's up? Shalom, brother, man. Yes, sir. Let's get it, brother. Let's get it, brother, man. Hopefully you're having a good 4th of July. Got the steaks on the grill. Any questions? Any questions at all? Let's get it. Hopefully this thing stays up. You know, playing with these tripods. Yeah. Any VA disability questions at all? Let your boy know. I was recently uploaded a video, pretty much talking about the differences in between causation and secondary VA claims, as well as service aggravation. I'll give a little tidbit on that until I get a question. But at least with service aggravation, if you went into the military with a disability that was identified on your entry exam, when you was at MEPS, you swore in, then you shipped off to your respective boot camps. What's up, LA? Yes, sir. That wait, I'm good, bro. Nah, not a fan of the 4th of you lied though. Yes, sir. Motherfucker. All politics, baby. All politics. But yeah, service aggravation. If you're diagnosed with anything, MEPS, flat feet, IBS, scars, low back, whatever case may be, plantar fasciitis, anything musculoskeletal, anything at all, and you got into the military, 4 years, 20 years, for some of y'all who became generals, maybe 40 years and shit like that. But once you get out, if that disability that was initially identified on your entry exam has gotten worse, that's a service aggravation claim, as well as if it caused any secondaries. Just like with myself. Pardon me. I had a couple of things identified on my entry exam. Mainly, pardon me, the motherfucking coffee hitting you, boy. Pes planus, flat feet. Mild. It was mild to moderate at the time. Throughout my career in military, deployments, boot camp, workups, shit like that. USAF Air Force Mike, do I need to include prostrating in my migraine personal statement? Yes, you definitely need to. Mike, the VA, I don't know why they like to see the word prostrating in a personal statement as well as in any medical evidence. It's okay if it's not in your medical evidence, but definitely, if you're able to send a secure message, either VA secure messaging, or if you're going through private medical, see if they have an online module to where you can message your doctor or your message the team. But like, hey, my migraines, they've been prostrating. It's pretty much prostrating. It's like you feel it. You feel it in your head. The frequency in which you're getting them, and then the impacts to your personal and your work life, depending on, if you just want to get service connected or if you're trying to get 30-50%, the highest possible rating for migraines. And what's good about migraines, it can be almost secondary to anything. So hopefully, if you're filing direct, well, what are you filing? Direct or secondary? As well as, give us some meat and potatoes of that. What's up, old Steven? What's up, dog? D-Boy in his house, motherfucker, Big Steve. Yeah, Mike. What medical evidence do you currently have for your migraines? If you don't mind me asking. So that's service aggravation. Identified flat feet, pes planus. Then that rolled into throughout the years, Marine Corps, did a beating, deployments, workups, a lot of training. Severe pes planus, flat feet, and then it developed into plantar fasciitis. Dawid, is it good to write migraines, though? I'm not yet diagnosed or yet or say incapacitating headaches. I've heard some say don't DX yourself. Yeah. I mean, you don't have to. I mean, migraines. I mean, you can't really. It's either migraines or headaches. And you can have a diagnosis. Like once you put in that claim and you submit it, the VA, they're either gonna, if you have a migraines diagnosis, you get migraines service connected. If it's headaches, it'll be headaches. Definitely, well, at least with migraines or headaches, it's kind of hard not to, say one or the other. But you definitely want to talk about what you've been experiencing. How long have these migraines, headaches been lasting? What have been the secondary effects? Have you been calling off from work? Have you, got to lock yourself in a room, stay away from the family because it's prostrating so hard? Is it lasting more than a day? Are you getting them, 2-3 times a week? 2-3 times a month? Like all of this goes into a percentage. Motherfucker Dawid, motherfucker Mike. Okay, thanks. Still active? Yes, sir. Active duty. Going to the doc for everything now. Migraines are in my medical records. Okay, there you go. Have in. Okay, yeah. At least with Dawid. When I filed service connection for migraines, I filed. It was on my first claim. I had a lot of complaints of migraines in service, migraines / headaches, as well as I was given medication for it. Ibuprofen, cup of water, change your socks. But I mean, I didn't have a formal diagnosis, just treatment and shit. But that treatment, the medication mixed with the personal statement as well as Sutrin. Yep, I got that prescription as well. Motherfucking Mike, thanks, still active. Okay, I read all that. Migraines in my records. Have insurance. Can't type today. No, you good, dog. Have migraine buddy app 2. Okay, prescribe Sutrin. Okay. If you're using Migraine Buddy app, definitely keep plugging shit in. And you can go back, I think it's still as far as a year, or possibly 6 months. So, if you missed some months, some weeks, definitely go back in there, plug it in. And then whenever you submit that claim for migraines, you can, obviously, I mean, if you're using Migraine Buddy app, hopefully you should know, you can download off that data. Well, download all that data and submit it alongside your claim. Alongside your prescription of Sumatra. Personal statement. If you get a buddy statement from spouse, friend, or family, that could take into consideration your personal aspect. The personal aspect of 30 and 50%. And if you get a coworker or supervisor to provide you with another buddy statement to provide, insight on your professional impacts, that's definitely going to, okay, you got a diagnosis or, treatment, medication. You got your Migraine Buddy app. We got the frequency. We got all this. And then that minus the personal statements, that'll probably get you, 10 to 20%. If you got impact statements for your personal and your professional life, 30, it'll open up that door for 30 and 50%. Yes, sir. Yeah, Mike. How long you got left until you separate, Mike? And aside from migraines, what else are you trying to claim? I definitely, if you can, you're still active duty. I definitely recommend you obtain buddy statements from anyone who's, for any disability. Migraines, retire in March. Okay, you got some time. But definitely, you want to submit. Take advantage of the BDD as well. It's the benefits delivery at discharge. You can file that up to 180 days prior to your EAS. But yeah, Mike. What else do you plan on filing for? If you don't mind me asking, Dawid. I would ask for a buddy statement from a former soup, but I think he's was insane. Oh, you think I was insane? Oh, fuck him, dog. Ask him, dog. Hey, worst you can say is no, or if he says you're insane, that's gonna increase that claimage. Come on. Like, yeah, motherfucker Dawid came in here, motherfucker hitting his head against the wall, slapping people upside their head. Come on, dog. Hey, that's claimage. That's good. I mean, it's bad, but it's good medical evidence right there. Know what I mean? But yeah, you good, Mike. If you're definitely take advantage of the BDD. Get all your stuff, personal statements, buddy statements. I would say buddy statements for anything that's over 30%. And if you're gonna have a buddy write you multiple buddy statements, I was talking with Dawid with this earlier. They don't need a page. They don't need a whole fucking summary. Essay per disability. If it's a buddy, they can paragraph for migraines, another paragraph for anything mental health. Another paragraph for when they saw you fucking drop your booty hole. Come on, for anything IBS and shit. Definitely, you're gonna like prioritize and have organization whenever you submit this claim. Diagnosis, complaints, personal statements for anything high. I mean, personal statements in general, it's good practice. You got time up until March. Don't wait until the last minute. Then you're scrambling and be like, oh shit, yeah. Oh, appreciate that. Appreciate it. Yes, sir. Good advice, sir. Oh, anything else? Anything else? What else you plan on filing for? Big Mike, Air Force Mike. Oh, you take a sip of that water. Oh yeah, so yeah, on to well, so, hey, as y'all come in, by all means, feel free to ask any questions via disability related, active duty military, just like Mike. He's retiring next March. Definitely want to set y'all up for success in the VA claims process, because you'd rather file and get service connected now than to wait years and then like fuck shit. You know what I mean? And it's like you don't want the gap to be too big and trying to get anything service connected, direct service. That is. Big Mike, there you go. Anxiety, migraines, tinnitus, back, both knees, there you go. Shoulder, plantar fasciitis, IBS, GERD, and have sleep consult in August. There you go. Okay. You're on the right path. Definitely. At least for anything, okay, migraines are good. We talked about migraines. Anxiety, definitely you're going to need some type of treatment history. And, the same, just like with migraines. Anxiety, anything mental health to get service connected, you need a diagnosis, a little bit of complaints. That's 0 to 10%. In order to unlock the 30, 50, 70, and 100% for mental health, you need to be able to express your impacts to your personal and your work life, as well as symptomology. That's at least with anything mental health, because it's a high yielding disability that gives you, anywhere from 0 to 100% on that alone. IBS, GERD, booty hole gobbling, throat gobbling. So good medical evidence for that will be an endoscopy and a colonoscopy. It's pretty much camera in the throat, camera in in the sphincter. Definitely, you about to be a part of the motherfucking gang. Sleep consult, hopefully that's for sleep apnea. If you're diagnosed with sleep apnea, in service, it's a lot easier to get service connected. Or if it's just general sleep issues, insomnia can be rolled with anxiety. But mainly for anything mental health, you want to make sure that you're getting it captured. For anything musculoskeletal, back, knees, shoulders, not so much the feet. I mean, feet too. Make sure you have MRIs and X-rays prior to separating, because it's like trying to move hell and high water to get private. I mean, not so much private. They'll order you X-rays and MRIs, but you'll go through a couple of assessments. Then they'll order an X-ray, and then you gotta wait a month or two depending on the processing, and then they'll order you an MRI. Instead of you're already active duty, take care of it then and there. And then for plantar fasciitis, for knees and the shoulder, the VA, they look at range of motion, limitation of flexion, limitation of extension, not so much pain. So whenever you put in that claim, like whenever you hit submit on that, make sure if you can't wipe your ass anymore because of your shoulder pain, that's a limitation. Same with your knees and shit. If you can't kick someone in the nuts, hey, there you go. Hopefully, that was a good explanation for all the things you plan on filing. LA, do I need a personal statement for my sleep apnea? You do not. However, I recommend a personal statement, especially that's a 50% claim. Depending on how you try on filing it, it's 50% on that. If you meet the criteria, if it's direct or secondary. But with a personal statement, if you're having daytime sleepiness, if you're falling asleep at work, if you're falling asleep during driving, you can at least get service connected at 30% or 30% for sleep apnea. So don't put all your eggs in one basket. Like a lot of veterans, they be like, "Oh fuck it, I want the 50." But if your medical evidence doesn't support, the VA, they go like, get back to the back of the line. Everyone wants 50 for it. LA. Now the personal statement is getting rather long. Good idea. I'm writing from DBQ and rating schedule, but specific examples lengthen this thing. Yeah, it does. So The way I did it, you don't want to put too much in there. That way, you want to put just enough for the VA to like, the get a little taste. The way I structure all of my personal statements, I put bold letters what I'm claiming, direct, secondary, motherfucking aggravation. Under that, I go into my symptoms. Any symptoms that I have reported, as well as the symptoms associated with the DBQ that the VA is going to be rating on. Because what's on the DBQ and what's on the CFR 38, they're two different things. As well as what you think you're going through is separate from what's rateable. You definitely want to look at the DBQ. If you're having any symptoms, write the symptoms up top. You got to structure your word. I mean, definitely, I recommend using a Word document. Don't try to like fit everything in on that VA form because Word documents are a lot easier to work with. You can manipulate it. You can stretch the margins, all that, so everything will fit. If you got 2 columns for symptoms, I recommend doing symptoms at the top. So like, okay, blah 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 blah. They look at your medical evidence. So like, okay, yeah, they got these symptoms, so they can just it's make it easy for that CMP examiner as well as for the rep. Outside of going back passing the symptomology, then depending on if you're filing direct, talk about the event in which it occurred, and then what are the impacts, and then what else does the VA look for? Definitely, if it's anything musculoskeletal, limitations. If you fell, if you can't, pick up your daughter or your kids anymore, if you can't reach, to fucking reach, you can't pick up a glass, you can't wipe, wipe the booty hole and shit. Definitely want to be specific and try not to be long-winded on it. Hopefully that answers your question, David. So, Flam, what's up, dog? Why do they grant tinnitus without in-service complaints, but they won't grant mental health without in-service complaints? That's the biggest question, brother, man. That is the biggest, brother, sister, man. No, that's the biggest question. There's some things, like, I have VA raters on my other platform, and they swear, oh, you don't need a diagnosis for anything. VA duty to assist. I'm like, bullshit. I don't know where y'all at. Maybe bumfuck Alaska regional office. Motherfucking goddamn Pennsylvania regional office. Not where veterans are living. Because I submitted my first claim, and multiple veterans, there's so many veterans who are denied for PTSD claims due to a lack of diagnosis and a lack of identified stressor, just with PTSD alone. And tinnitus, it's just like, it's up in the air. Like, some veterans get it, and then some veterans don't. And the veterans that don't get it, they've been exposed to explosions. They mirror, loud noises their entire career. And they was like, you're not going to give me tinnitus or hearing issues? And I've been hearing jets fly off of a fucking naval ship for the last 8 years, 20 years. I've been in artillery for the last 40 years. Come on. U.S. Mike. U.S. Air Force Mike. Been going to MH for a couple of years. Currently seeing the VA. Okay. Mike, make sure you have a diagnosis, like we were just talking about. VA and military, it's like they pick and choose who they want to give a diagnosis to. Not so much for anxiety, insomnia, anything outside of PTSD, you should be good. But definitely obtain a diagnosis if you don't already have one. Steven, too many booty jokes. Sheesh. Yes, sir. Yes, some more motherfucking peach goblins. Okay, peach goblins. There you go. LA secondary. Okay, yeah. So secondary. Thanks. Oh yeah, no problem. No problem. Die weed. Motherfucking LA secondary. Okay, secondary sleep apnea claims. Hopefully, I think we're talking about you trying to service connected to secondary to PTSD. And hopefully, depending on, are you trying to utilize the medication linked to excessive weight gain, obesity as the intermediate step? And if so, you got the medical evidence to support that. LA secondary sleep apnea, secondary to PTSD. What's up? Appreciate you on here. So Flam, what's secondary to motherfucking BPPV vertigo? What's secondary to vertigo? I think dizziness and vertigo goes together. No, let me see. I think you get 20%. I don't think it's any. I'll have to check on that. Like if something were to happen when you were losing, balance and shit, going through a vertical attack or vertical, like say if you busted your head or you fell, you busted a knee, you can definitely secondary that injury due to your vertigo. But I'm not sure of anything, like nothing's popping off the top of my head for vertigo specifically. Like within the same thing. It's 10 for vertigo unless there's objective staggering. Then it can be 30%. Okay, there you go. Oh, as well as with dizziness. I know dizziness is mixing it as well, right? It's like 10. Is it 10 to 30, or is it 10, 20, and 30? True. A falling injury makes sense because of the distance. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ma'am. Yes, sir, ma'am. Bet. Yes, bet. There you go. Another question. Hey, by all means, hey, as y'all coming in, by all means, ask questions. 10 to 30. Okay, there you go. There you go. No, 20. Okay, there you go. Oh. As y'all coming in, you're going to VA disability questions. Active duty military. Recently denied VA claims. Let your boy know. Happy 4th of July. Happy Freedom Day. Motherfucking bald eagle flying over with steaks and hot dogs. That cold water hit my teeth. We had a meeting about MH the other day. Okay, the professor kept asking about childhood, in service, and after service trauma. It discerned it was an attempt by the VA to skew. Yep, exactly. Whenever they started talking about childhood, anything prior to the military, just like, hey, I'm trying to build medical evidence for this claim to this event that occurred in service. No fucking childhood trauma is going to equate to what I've saw in, Iraq, Afghanistan, motherfucking the Congo, So stop trying to bring it in here. Like some of these VA doctors, VA psychiatrists, they try to do that. They try to, it could, this symptom or, these issues can be attributed to the, pre-military issues. It's like, no, eat ass with that shit. Yep, I said average H. Oh, motherfucker, David. I stayed on military combat, yes sir, and I had a good childhood. Yep, nothing traumatic after service. Yep, that's how you do it. And if they keep pestering you about it, you're like, yeah, I fucking grew up rainbows, motherfucking Yogi the Bear. Nah, good childhood. Fuck out of here with that shit. Fuck out of here with that shit. Mike, U.S. Air Force Mike. Yep, said average. Okay. Average. Fuck out of here with that. Definitely, you need to slap somebody, Mike. You need to slap somebody. Any other questions? Any questions at all? Hey. We got 6 people in here. I appreciate it. We get 6 likes. Appreciate y'all strive. Hey, happy 4th. Happy 4th. What else? Any other questions? VA claims, VA benefits. Mr. Rogers, Sesame Street, yes sir. The white picket fences, Barney, Caillou, shit. We had motherfucking Clifford, the big red dog. Fuck out of here. Come on. I had a good childhood. Oh, good motherfucking childhood. Happy 4th. Oh, what's up, Jimmy? Happy 4th, brother man. Oh, happy Flying Eagle Day. There you go. Oh, hopefully y'all got some plans, either with the family, yourselves. Get some peace. Get a steak, hot dog. Whatever. It's y'all day. It's y'all day. Enjoy it. Freedom is not free. Because veterans and active duty fight for our freedom. Fuck out of here with that shit. Let's go, baby. What's up, Jimmy? Yes, sir. Any questions? Any questions at all? Actually gonna... Nah, I don't think... I was planning on cooking some steaks for the fam. I was like, y'all don't need no steaks. Y'all need some hot dogs. Fuck out of here with that bullshit. So we'll see what happens. Gonna go meet up with some friend. Well, he's still active duty. Friend of mine, Marine Corps. Around motivate, kill. Yeah. Go meet up with him. Let the kids play. Have a couple margaritas. Call it motherfucking day. Come back. Motherfucking guard the dog because she does not like fireworks or anything loud going off. Steven, how long did your claim take to get 100% PNT? PNT, baby. Okay, so I submitted. Okay, I started my intent to file. Okay, so Okay, these are like two different stories. So it took me 18 months from the start of my claimage to 100%. Like I went from 10% to 100%. But the most stressful time was going from 90 to 100 because I was at 90% when I was at a true 85%. So, I'm doing all my, VA math calculations, and where everything I filed on claiming, well, everything that I did claim, I was calculating the bare minimum. So I was at 30%. I only caught what? Oh, blah, blah, blah. I only filed for four things. Increase for my mental health from 30 to 50. Well, I can't say give me 50, but give me benefits. I definitely was like, hey, I want to increase for this, and then that would have took me from 85% to an 89%. I reopened my back claim. It was a denied claim back in 2017. I went from nothing and I got 30%. And the VA actually gave me 10% for my back and 10% per extremity for the sciatica. Like I said, when I did that personal statement, I put denied claim for low lumbosacral strain to include sciatica in both legs, as well as IBS GERD, motherfucking throat, peach goblins. But I didn't. I was almost at the line for that. I almost got split roasted with the cameras, but it didn't happen. Knock on wood. As well as plantar fasciitis, pes planus, service aggravation mixed with the secondary. But since the VA, at least for that, they couldn't differentiate from my symptoms, they rolled that together. And I got a 30% for that. But I submitted my intent to file last March. March 2022. I actually hit submit September 28th of last year. I got 2 of the 4 claims, CMP exams within 2 weeks. I was done. I was done with them mid-October. And then November comes, nothing. No, December comes, nothing. I'm like stressing. And between October and December, all these things were happening with the plantar fasciitis and with the IBS GERD claim. Like, it kept going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Between a CMP exam is ordered. Okay, it wasn't ordered. Oh, a CMP exam. I have a CMP exam appointment. Pardon me, and then it was taken away. Back and forth, and then beginning of the new year, I was like, hey, fuck out of here with that shit. I want to go see what's going on. So I was like bugging. I would call the 1-800 number 827-1000 every day. Beginning of January. Then by the end of the first week, I found out about VES. Then I scheduled them to call me Friday of first week, Friday the next week, and then I said fuck that. After that, I just had them give me a call every Monday and Thursday. So it's like I lose nothing from bugging the VA. If anything, I'm like, okay, I submitted everything to y'all: diagnosis, medical evidence, personal statement, service aggravation, my diagnosis, everything. They had everything, to either render they could have rendered an exam, but they didn't, or rendered a percentage service connection, but they didn't. They waited until the end of February, beginning of February. That's when I got a partial rating for 100%. Like, they adjudicated my back and my increase for insomnia. And then from that exam, I think I told that story once or twice. I went in, the CMP examiner, he was trying to say, hey, 30% for insomnia is good. That's the highest I've seen. I was like, hey, look, dog, I don't give a fuck how long you've been a doctor, how long you've been a CMP examiner, but I came in here for an increase, and that's what I'm fucking going to get. We went back and forth cursing and shit. It's like an hour-long examination. And between that, outside of that, I thought I was going to get 50. VA gave me 70%. I guess that guy, he mixed some, aggressive mood disorder. He put some other shit in there. Definitely benefited me. I got that increase. So that increase from 30 to 70 and my service connection for my back with sciatica for 30% pushed me to 100% PNT. Waited a couple of months. That was February of this year. March, April was when I got called in for my CMP exams for IBS GERD, plantar fasciitis, pes planus. And then my claim was finally 100% done mid-May. Steven. But hey, got 8 people in here. Hey, you got any questions? By all means, feel free to stop me. David, when can I expect to hear back from the VA if I recently filed in May? Hopefully my VFW rep hasn't submitted. Yeah, hopefully he hasn't submitted. Haven't heard anything back yet. Trying to get these personal statements done in the meantime. Yes, sir. Yeah, definitely. I mean, usually, like whenever you hit submit, I mean, it's like on average you should hear word within, I say no more than a month on CMP exams and shit like that, or at least hey, your shit's moving along. But if he hasn't hit submit yet, like if you don't, like if you go to va.gov. I mean, oh yeah, you should be able to check on va.gov and see if you have anything in like the evidence gathering stage. That just came to mind just now. Definitely, yeah, go to va.gov, sign in, and see if it's in the evidence gathering stage. If it is, then he probably hit submit. Maybe. I mean, I'm just thinking outside the box. Because I would think like if you submit your intent to file, you wouldn't be able to see anything besides that intent to file. I'm not entirely too sure, but I know. At least with mine. Yeah, I'd say definitely check on that, David. Definitely check on that. Yes, sir, Jimmy. Yes, sir. Hey, y'all got any questions about me? Ask. Got 8 people in here. I appreciate 8 likes. Me. Anything at all. Any questions on this 4th of July morning? Afternoon, evening for some people on the East Coast. Because they ain't the West Coast. They ain't the best coast. Come on. Nah, I'm fucking around. Anything at all? Let me make sure I didn't miss anything on the live chats. Anything? Okay, so flamagery. Will they give value to buddy letters to help prove service connection if you didn't complain during service? But the condition was noticed by others. Yes. So you want to make sure your statement and your buddy statements are sufficient, detailed. Because when I initially filed, if you submit a shitty statement or one of your buddies submit a shitty statement, they're gonna the VA they're gonna call it out. They're gonna call out your statement for incompetent. Like you're in the absence of complaints in service, a buddy statement is good, and it's like the not specific verbiage, but I'm abbreviating from the denial letter. It's like, in the absence of complaints, a statement can support service connection for any disability. However, due to the statement being found incompetent, meaning there's no meat and potatoes, there's no signs and symptoms, there's no, causation. If a buddy is talking about, okay, I saw it happen, but they couldn't really give no specific details, common sense details in the VA, they're going to deny it. So definitely whenever you develop your personal statement as well as you're getting buddy statements, I say whatever the disability is, top. Symptoms they seen, top. And then from there, a paragraph or 2 talking about if they saw the incident or, if they notice any conditions, any issues on a daily basis, they want to talk in the details. What's the time period in your military service? Because, I saw him, back on my second deployment. Okay, so deployments usually last anywhere from 3 months to a year. So, what was the year? What's the time? Fucking, was it hot, cold? Did a camel hit him in the head? You want to get detailed with it. Hopefully I answered your question, so Flam. But yeah, definitely personal statements can definitely increase your chances of getting service connection. But if it's a shitty personal statement, it could definitely hinder your chance of getting service connection. You can use me for example. Back in 2017, I just put give me benefits and I'm like, give me another try. I'm like, okay. So definitely. Hey, and as you're coming in by all means, you got any VA disability questions, let your boy know. Come answer questions for the next few minutes. We are at 34 minutes right now. Anything at all. I was gonna hit up the gym today, but my fucking wife playing games took my car. Took my car with my pre-workout and my workout gear. I'm like, oh But it's hot enough. I could just go on a walk and just roast. What y'all think? Hey, is y'all coming in? Y'all got any claims, questions? Recently denied VA claims. Active duty military, trying to get into the, get some knowledge on the claims process. Let your boy know. Anything else? Any questions? Hey, by all means, feel free to hit that like button. That big thumb is there, calling your name. Get a video a like. Appreciate your strife. Happy 4th of July, Independence Day, freedom, bald eagle. Yer! Steven M., can you post your personal statement you used? So, I did post, I can't post it due to, PPI and shit. But I did break it down, the actual personal statement that I've utilized, Steven, and in a specifically for mental health. If you navigate to my mental health playlist, it should be labeled personal statement. And I'll leave a link. I'll comment to this video, the link in the comment section of this video, not the live chats. But once I'm done with the live, I'll comment if you can't find it, or just make it easy. I made a video on personal statements specifically for mental health. Oh, no problem, Steven. Yeah, I'll definitely get that to you. I'll definitely post on a video. Anything else? Questions? Comments? Concerns? Yeah. Alright, hey. This motherfucking Debo out. Hope you have a happy 4th of July, happy Independence Day. Freedom flies all the day and night. Hey, this Debo out. Steven, I'll add that link to this motherfucking video. Yes, sir. You have a blessed day as well. All the questions. Oh, yes, sir. Thanks for the help. No problem, Mike, Chris. Happy 4th of July, brother, man. Dawid, is it worth paying to get an IMO or Nexus letter to establish service connection? Is this established by default if deployed in combat and there is a DX? Okay, last question. Let's just wait before y'all click away. Let's wait. So at least for that, if your personal statement is going to be, it doesn't need to be 40 pages. It just needs to get to the point. You're not going to need a Nexus letter for a combat-related injury, physical or mental. You can refer to that period. More than likely, you're going to have deployment history. It's going to be on your DD-214. Anything that you had, awards, letters of appreciations. It's going to be fully in your medical record, in your DD-214. Whenever you're developing your personal statement, you definitely, if it's mental health, money. Like, your combat history is that's your link to, that's the Nexus letter. You don't need to go out, pay $4,000 for a letter for, some shit motherfucking doctor. But, if it's something that, I'll say a Nexus letter is good for something specific, something you really didn't have complaints in service for, that's outside of the purview of combat related issues, mental health or physical actions. If you're lacking the medical evidence, and with a Nexus letter, you can get, if your VA doctor is willing to help, by all means, hey, they can write you up a Nexus letter, statement. It doesn't even need to be a letter. It just needs to be a fucking sentence or two. Hey, I evaluated veteran Dawid's medical profile, and his physical or his mental injury is more likely due to his combat-related time in the service during this period, this time frame. If not, definitely, you could take that information, go to, one of these pay-to-play doctors. Definitely shop around, get some feelers out there. I know Prestige Medical is good. I've heard, bits and pieces about Remedical, but I'm not. I tried to go through Remedical the first time. No, second time, my second claim, and they were just trying to charge a motherfucking, left leg, right arm for a DB. I just needed a DBQ for an increase, and they were like $2,200. I'm like, yeah, right, $2,200 my motherfucking toes. So, yeah. Shalom, Ora, Motivate, Kill. Happy 4th of July. Jesse. Y'all coming in here with these last minute. Jesse Murden. Okay. I went to my CMP exam for hypertension. Okay. And sleep apnea. And my BP was 213 over 131. I was rushed to the emergency room. How should I handle that? I mean, that should be. That's a great question. I mean, definitely. I mean, okay. So first, did you submit the claim by yourself, or are you working with a VSO? And if you are working with a VSO, I mean, definitely that emergency room visit. I mean, that should be great medical evidence for that hypertension claim. I mean, for that CMP exam. I mean, I'm not sure if they finished the DBQ for you, or you got to reschedule that exam. But I mean, the fact that you were taken to the hospital, you were rushed to the emergency room in an exam. I mean, that's like you should get the highest, like at least 40 or 60% for hypertension alone. So that's definitely something you should check on, Jesse. If you're not working with a VSO, definitely want to contact the VA or contact that third party examiner and see, do they plan on submitting a DBQ without you having to reschedule, or do you need to reschedule? So that's definitely the first thing I would check. If you don't have a VSO, even if you do have a VSO, contact that third party examiner. See, hey, will a DBQ and IMO be submitted on my behalf? Regardless, due to me being rushed to the emergency room because your blood pressure was 213 over 131. Definitely, I mean, that's like a 40, 60% claim right there. Hopefully I answered your question, Jesse. But yeah, definitely. I say contact the third party, and then if you have a VSO, contact them. And, like, hey, have them be on the lookout for a DBQ if you can't get in contact with that third party examiner. But it's definitely should be utilized as medical evidence with that claim. It's like, hey, Jesse came in for hypertension. We checked his blood pressure, and we had to send him to the hospital immediately just due to the reading. I mean, that's sufficient medical evidence right there. And then whatever that was at the hospital, whatever medical evidence you obtained from the hospital, you should be able to utilize that as well. And, once again, if you got a VSO, that VSO could plug whatever information, whatever medical evidence that you received from the emergency room, he can upload that into the claim directly prior to it being adjudicated. You can do it yourself as well on VA Access. But, I mean, if you're not familiar with the website, it's easier just to go through your VSO if you got one. Anything else? This motherfucking D-bolt out. Hey, if you want to do some more Q&A, Jesse, just comment on this video. I'm going to post it as soon as I jump off right now. But definitely do that. Contact the third-party examiner. See if they will be submitting a DBQ and IMO. And if they are, see if they're going to be, they should be recommending service connection. And if you can't get a hold of them, contact your VSO. And that veteran service officer should be able to ping that third party as well as possibly the VSR and, put a hold on that claim prior to it being adjudicated. Anything like that. But hey, this motherfucker Debo out. Motherfucker, happy 4th of July, Independence Day, flying fucking bald eagles with stakes in their hand, AK-47s. Hey, this motherfucker Debo out. Y'all take care. Stay Gucci with it. 2023 year of vet.